The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast platform, its affiliates, or even the hosts. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. The host and guests are not liable for any errors of omission in the content, nor for any losses, injuries, or damages arising from the use of the information provided. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional advice relevant to their specific circumstances.
Are we live? What's good, great people? I am Ezel Moon, and I have a special guest in the building today. Tonight's guest is one of those creators who makes you realize some people don't just create, they construct identity through what they touch. He's from the DMV, but his vision feels bigger than geography. In a past interview, he talked about wanting to represent PG County on a larger scale and help build stronger collaboration in the DMV. And that tells me this isn't just about art, it's about legacy, culture, and ownership. Let's welcome to a frank conversation, the KJ in the building, my man.
Hey, that was a hell of an intro. I ain't gonna lie. You just my man. No, I appreciate that, man. I'm happy to be here, man. Happy to be here, bro.
Man, look, it's an absolute honor to have you. I'm glad that you are here with us, brother. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, bro. I'm feeling blessed, man. Just connecting the dots, man. I'm feeling good. Everything's everything. I can't complain at all.
Before we even get started, you know what I'm saying, talking about any of these questions that I have for you, I just gotta ask, what was your favorite nickname that you had growing up?
Favorite nickname that I had growing up. Dang. Besides KJ, it's a funny story, but
Yeah.
people used to call me 40.
Why?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was a chubby kid growing up, man. But it's funny because they used to say I look like you 40, but I was on the music shit even as a young age in high school.
Right.
And they used to call me 40, and then it just stuck with me. At first I hated it. I was like, bro, don't call me that, bro. But then people say 40, I look up like, yeah, what's up? It just stuck. But yeah, man, that's the funny nickname I used to get a lot. 40. They used to call me 40 back in high school, back in the day, man. And I still got people to call me that to this day, but it's funny hearing that.
Man, it's kind of wild that, I feel like there's a difference between people who got nicknames that are numbers and people who got nicknames that are like actual, you know what I'm saying, like words and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because the first nickname I got was KJ, because that's how I came up with KJ in the building. My mother, my middle name is Jarrell. My first name is Kendrick. Right. So KJ, everybody thought I was a junior, but I'm not a junior. It's just my initials for my first and middle name. So, and I was like, KJ, that sticks. And then everybody that know me usually call me KJ. If somebody call me Kendrick, I'm like, what, am I in trouble? like everybody call me KJ. So it's like, that's just the thing that everybody knows. So it's just, I don't know. That was my first nickname, but 40 really stuck. It's just funny to me when I think about people calling me 40.
If you were to let's say, you know what I'm saying, because we're going to speak this into existence, right? You get big megastar, bro, your name ring bells from little small villages in Taiwan to Nairobi, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to happen. But let's say you get that big, right? Let me ask you, would you release side projects underneath the name 40, or would you just stick to it?
That'd be cool. That'd be like a little alias. I always wanted to be like MF Doom, have a extra character. Like, who is this nigga? But knowing it's me, because the amount of music I got, I could be 4 or 5 different artists.
4 or 5 different people.
And this is how I'm feeling today. This is the artist I'm today. But it's that would be cool though, because I feel like when it comes to art and really tapping into the music, you got to take yourself to a place sometimes, and it's just like that's just how I feel today, and um. Yeah, I feel like I would do that because I have enough music to do that. So it's just like they would never know it's me because of how different that sounds from like an album like Carry On, like I just dropped. Like I got so many different flavors, so many different vibes. It's like, hey.
The funny thing is for me, right? It's so interesting that you know opened up for Currency, right? Because the vibe that I
Spitter.
personally, mind you, right? I'm just the person interviewing you, but you know what I'm saying, but actually like a supporter of your music, right?
Yeah, for
The
sure.
vibe that I personally love is Quadrant, bro. Like the way that
Ah,
right there
yes,
for
sir.
me, that's my personal,
Yeah.
bro. That's my personal favorite.
But the second verse, how God aligns stuff. For the second verse, I said, feel like nothing but love up in the 504. I'm talking about New Orleans. The first time I went to New
Exactly.
Orleans last year, Currency was my favorite rapper. And out of nowhere, this shit fall in my lap like you about to open up for Currency. I was like, God, what you doing right now, bro? Why you playing? Like, and then I'm opening up for Currency. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the world works. Like, I feel like I'm more in tune spiritually, like I manifest. I speak words to existence. So when I'm thinking about love in New Orleans and I'm thinking about places I travel and I'm listening to my lyrics and how stuff is coming in fruition, it's crazy, bro. Like I'm like people ain't believe it. Like I might have recorded a song a year ago and I'm talking about shit that's happening now. You know what I mean? And it's
Absolutely.
words is powerful. I don't People don't realize words are really powerful. So you really
Bro,
gotta put that shit out there.
bro, it's so funny that you say that because that's part of the reason why I still listen to Currency and Wiz, bro. Like even they
Yeah.
old school stuff. Like I was just listening to How Fly literally just yesterday, right?
Ah,
Yeah, man.
classic.
Oh yeah, from that era. I'm from that era, you know
Classic.
what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
sir.
but my thing is, you know, it's literally about speaking your life into existence. And that's one thing I feel like they did, bro. They kept spitting it before it took place for them.
I
You know what
mean,
I
that's
mean?
yeah. You can
It's
I visualize it. You see it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like you just see it, man. And it's just like you dream about shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you gotta feel like you already in there. You already thankful for whatever's happening before it even happens. So that's how I've been lately, and how shit has been connecting lately is just amazing, bro. Like so. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like sometimes I wake up like, what? But that's just how life is, bro. Like you just got to keep going, rolling with the punches. That's what the whole album Carry On is about. It's just like carrying on and like understanding that timeline that you might understand is not going to be that. You got to carry on and roll with the punches and like really push for what you want. And don't matter the environment, don't matter what the situation is, you got to carry on and stay consistent in what you do because we got so many forces, so many things that can throw you off your course. Like you got to stick with it because that's why it's like, iron sharpen iron. You got to stay strong in this shit, man, especially as an independent artist. Like, you really gotta push your shit and stay grounded because if you don't, you get washed away. For real.
Talk to me
Yeah.
about, you know, what PG County represents, you know, to you and
Mm.
what your city means to your identity now, you know,
Hmm.
not just as an artist, but as a man, and
As a man,
versus when you started.
I mean, I feel like you go through so many phases in life, bro. And then with PG County and DC, everywhere, you gotta have tough skin. You gotta know how to drone too, and you gotta hop off the porch early. They will fry your ass up at 10 years old. You just gotta be ready. But
Yeah.
nah, but like the DMV culture, it's just like understanding that we have so much culture here, and you hear a lot about the crabs in the barrel type of concept, but it's really you really gotta be strong here, bro. Like, but our culture is so strong, but people notice us everywhere else. Like, I don't care if we on the West Coast, I don't care if New York, anywhere, they know you from the DMV. Just the way we talk, just the way our slang is. But you really gotta be strong out here because it's like I don't know how to explain it. Like you just gotta know how to move, because it's so much stuff out here. You really gotta, be tuned in. And it's like the go-go culture, the music culture, it's like it's here. And we got it all bundled together, but we so separated too. Like the way that two blocks can change the whole culture of something for artists in DMV is crazy. And
Right.
that's my mission is to bridging the gap. Because if you don't bridge the gap, it's like who do we represent? Like as a whole, we could be so strong, but it's just like we had that mindset where it's like these quadrants. I guess it's the same thing in New York too. People could be
Right.
repping Brooklyn, somebody could be repping Queens, somebody could be repping Staten Island. I feel like that in DMV. You could be 10 minutes away from somebody, and that borderline from Maryland, DC changes the whole respect you get from somebody. You know what I mean? And just diving into that culture from the DMV is it's like a learning experience because I've been all around the DMV. I was born in PG County, um, you know, Silver Spring, Langley Park, Hyattsville. Been in DC. Both my parents from DC, but it's like that don't matter to somebody. What high school did you go to? What middle school did you go to? What I'm
Right.
saying? Like, especially when somebody really blows up, they say, let me do
Yep.
my research. What high school did you go to? But to me, that don't really matter to me, bro. Me personally, because I feel like us as a whole, what makes us the DMV. That's why it's called the DMV. It's, you know what I mean? DC, Maryland, Virginia, So it's like, it's still people I say DMV and they think I'm talking about the DMV to get their card shit. What I mean? Some people
Like,
that we
yeah.
really gotta push that shit. Like it's like even like Baltimore could be 45 minutes from where I live, but people don't consider that the DMV
Right.
because it's Baltimore and they got its own culture. They got its own. But to me, like I would say it's part of the DMV because it's how close it is and the proximity. But everybody got their own mindset of how it works around here. So you just
That's,
gotta really constantly battle with that. You
I
know what I
wonder,
mean?
there's something that you mentioned at the start that kind of sparked this question for me. For
Mhm.
you, as you were coming up, what part of yourself did you have to protect the most while becoming KJ in the building?
What I had to protect the most,
What part of yourself? Whether it be like a
uh,
personality, the trade, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? What part of yourself do you feel like you had to protect the most while becoming KJ in the building?
no one was real. It's a lot of fake love out here. A lot of yes
Mm,
man. A lot of people that see some motion, they rocking with you. And then as soon as the motion's gone, they ain't rocking with you. So it's just like, and then building businesses with people. Like it's hard out here finding good business. You know, it's like a few people that's gonna give you good business, and it's like a lot of like people that say they're gonna do what they gonna do. You gotta go. It's a lot of like, I can't. How do I explain it? It's like you gotta go through the motion until you find some good. You know what I mean? Like
mm,
you really gotta go through and protect yourself in it all because something like that can really throw you off your course and you be like, damn, I invested in all that. And it could be discouraging for somebody that's an independent artist, you know.
absolutely.
Um, if you don't got the right OGs, you don't got the right people you working with, it's just kinda, what I mean? It kind of
Yeah,
it kind of works against you. So just finding that balance in between everything for real, because it's really hard to find good business, find people that's really for you, that's gonna really want to work with you and be genuine about it instead of just having associates. You know what I mean? So knowing not to give too much, but to stay protecting yourself. And I be telling my man that's from the DMV, I have a good man. I ain't gonna say who it is, but just moving on the West Coast, being from the DMV, we so guarded out here, bro. And then you go
right.
to a whole nother state, they be like, bro, you relax. You know what I'm saying? But that's like how a New Yorker would be, East Coast. We real guarded around here, and it's like we're afraid to like really work because we let a lot of pride get in the way of who we are.
Absolutely.
And that's the problem. And I feel like I had to really like check myself, you know what I'm saying, and learn that. And like everybody ain't gonna think like you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be your own person, but knowing how to move and that. in those type of situations. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's real because of the fact that for me personally, I understand, myself. I've been I've been someone to be guarded, be jaded by my own interactions, my negative interactions from in the spaces, that I claim as my homes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Houston, Dallas, even portions of the DMV,
Texas.
Texas, man, Texas, man.
Shit.
Don't worry, don't worry.
I love Texas. We gotta take a
We
trip
go, we
out
go,
there,
we go,
man.
we gonna slide. We
For
gonna slide.
sure. Yeah.
You,
Hmm.
because your music, bro, it will ring off in Texas, like hands, like
Yeah.
in all parts of Texas, because of the fact that like the way in which you catch a beat, and then how you hold your flow to it, like I respect it, bro. And I know there's a lot of people within like my demo that will in fact co-sign that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
So
sure. Yeah.
I told you about my
Hey,
LB. He knows he know about you, and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
he he said he know about me. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. That's
yeah,
crazy,
like,
bro.
and
See,
that's
that's
what,
what I
and that's
said.
why
It's small
for me
world.
it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
um,
And that all the way out to Texas. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's a real thing. So what I was going to get to, right, is the fact that being jaded by the environments that we represent. I feel like it does harden us and make it to where our future interactions can be negative. But I wonder, what are the things that we can do to help pull ourselves out of those spaces, where we feel like, oh, we got to protect ourselves always.
I mean, I feel like part of the problem is just really just being open. You know what I mean? Because I feel
Yeah.
like going through those processes, like it damages artists. It damages trust issues. It develops trust issues. It develops, but you gotta realize everybody ain't gonna be the same. You know what I mean? But you still gotta protect yourself. That's why I say it's a tricky. It's a you know what I'm saying? Success
Yeah.
is like
It's
that.
yeah.
But but now it's really a slippery slope because you really try trust people, but you really gotta protect yourself at the end of the day. But everybody ain't the same. So I just feel like we gotta break ourselves out of that and really like know how to open up and understand that we've gone through that trauma when it comes to that, but knowing how to like suppress that and really tap into the art and putting all the pride to the side. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter where you at in the DMV. You know what I mean? So that's what's really gonna, bring us together. Like to be the new Atlanta, to be the new Cali, you know what I mean? So to really I think that's our biggest thing because I feel like we really band together, the talent that we have that I experienced out here, bro, I feel like we'd be the number one.
There's a
Honestly.
lot, there is a lot of talent out here. I will give y'all that.
Nah, for
That much
sure.
is very true, very very true. Um, has there ever been a moment where you know that voice in your head, that like turned negative on you, like where it was speaking doubt over you, even before the world like said anything to you?
Oh man, all the time. To think about me, um, as a creator, what helps me be a creator, my mind never stops. So of course I have them thoughts sometimes. Um, But what really helps me is like meditation and really being grounded in my, because it's always gonna be them negative thoughts. Because I feel like I'm the hardest critique on myself. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I be sending my man music. I be sending like, something missing. Oh, blah blah blah. But it's like it's always that you know, devil's advocate on my shoulder. I like to weigh my
Mhm.
options. You know what I mean? Because I'm
Yeah.
I'm always thinking a situation through on different angles. You know what I'm saying? And that's just
Mhm.
how my brain works. I think about a situation 3 or 4 times before I even go into the situation. So it's my mind is a constant machine that's going. So I might have these thoughts, but I know how to like quiet the noise too. So even when I'm going through these battles like that, I know how to quiet the noise and really tap into what I know and keeping my faith. So definitely, for sure. But we gotta push forward. That negative thoughts always gonna be there. People hating on you, people doing this, but you realizing you're like, I know who I am. I ain't gonna let this. you know what I'm saying? Like, stop me
Mhm.
from what I'm doing. I gotta carry on. So, you know what I mean? So that's the whole idea, bro. It's like that really helps me get through a lot of situations.
I want to shift the conversation a little bit while keeping that in mind, right? When
Hmm.
people hear your music, right, what do you hope they understand without you having to explain it?
I don't know. It's like it's different. It's like I want my music to be reciprocated because I feel like I make a lot of music that people can, you know, understand, people that can relate to. I have fun with it, but I'm also always have substance in most of my music. Um, it just depends on what type of situation I'm in because I've been in showcases where I had substance and people know they want to rock to my music, but they'd rather rock out to some free call music or some other hype music. Where it's just like finding the right fan base out here. It's like
Right.
and and I could be witty with my bars. People might
Right.
play it two, three, four times around. It's like, bro, I get what you're saying. Like that really helps me as an artist. Like I have some punchlines where like they might not understand it, and then they listen to it three, four times. Like, bro, you are really spitting. I'm like, yeah, you understand.
I
That's
got it.
rewarding for me, bro, because it's like, damn, I put some time into my bars and what I say, but also I try to make it fun, try to make it appealing. I try to stay on the times with the beats. I love samples. I love the wordplay. I feel like my cadence is different. Like I'm on a different beat, but I'm not off beat. I'm not chasing the beat. You know what I mean? But it's like
Mm,
I find a way to like, cause your voice is an instrument. If you think about it, at the end of the day, I'm another instrument on the track. I'm just trying to know how to mesh. You know what I'm saying? But still getting my message across. So that's just
I
yeah.
had
That's
I'm rocking with this. I'm rocking with this thought process. I really am. Like, child. Real quick, freestyle or written?
depends on the situation. Cause I'm an engineer. You see the mic. You see, it's
I
certain parts
see it.
where it's certain parts where I'm like, technically, I am writing in my brain. I'm just didn't write it to the pad. So it's
Put,
like I
you
get
put.
it, but I do freestyle, but I also like write. It just depends on the energy I'm feeling. Sometimes I might need a beat and like sit with it. Sometimes the beat, everything just talk. I just open my mouth and everything comes. But
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? It's just depends on the situation I'm in, depends on the mood, depends on the vibe of the beat. It just depends. But I would say written over freestyle, but it's different for me because I'm recording my own music. So even when I'm
mm,
freestyling, I'm writing it in my head, if that makes sense.
mm.
You know
It
what I'm
makes sense
saying?
to me.
Like I'm writing it, but I just didn't put it to the notes. I ain't put it to a pad. Like it's here. I'm hearing what I'm about to say. So it's yeah, it's like I wouldn't freestyle a whole song on one take. You know what I mean? I would break it up. I would process it, chop it down. Like it's like a puzzle, bro. Like it's like Lego pieces. It's like artwork. You pasting everything together when you putting this music out. Like that's for at least for me. I don't know about everybody else, but it's art for me. So it's like you got to paint that canvas. You got to put layers. You got to put this. And it might take some time to think it through. Other days, it just might flow. You know what I mean? It just depends on the day. Yeah.
We're going to take a quick commercial break and we are going to be back with the man, the myth, the legend himself, KJ in the building. All right, so this is where I say
So
commercial and we can do it on three. If you want to do it, you can do it. All right, you ready?
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Commercial.
Commercial. Let's go.
WSAN Radio, the soul of America and beyond. Join DJ Ron G and the WSAN crew every day for the Ron G Morning Show, Funk Friday, and Gospel Brunch Sunday. From local heroes to national guests, WSAN Radio connects you to the pulse of our community. One song, one story, one soul at a time. WSAN Radio, where music, motivation, and movement come together. Streaming live, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and WSANradio.com.
Got me together with this two-piece. It's the the good leggings, no see-through business.
And we are back. Big shout out to all of our sponsors. Thank y'all so much. And if in fact you would like to be one of our sponsors, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We will put it in our commercials, and I promise you this: all 375 million people that are watching this will, in fact, at some point in time, reach out to you in regards to it. Now, it may take some time because that is a lot of people. So, it might be over the span of time. You might get one person one day, and another person the next day, and then another person the next day. And then, but remember, that's 375 million people. So that's 375 million days. So, just keep that in mind. Anyway, we have KJ in the building.
We back. I'm in the building.
Absolute honor to have this brother, man. Talk to us, man. You touched on it, but you didn't. I don't feel like you really hit, like, bro, like, nah, I want to know. Opening up for Curren$y, bro. What was the green room like, bro? What was it, coming out on stage, that feeling, that build, man? Talk to me. I want to hear about this, man. I want to, because I just told him to take you on tour. So, what I'm saying? I just said, hey, my man is taking with you.
It was a good feeling, bro. It's just like, to be on that big stage, a sold out show, over 900 people, you know what I mean? Like, being behind stage, backstage, being with, the big ones, you know what I mean? And seeing the entourage and see how flow things work. I've done Atlas Theater, but this is my first time doing Howard Theater, and then that stage and the presence alone, you know what I mean? And it's just like being the opener. I was the first performer, so I had to set the tone. My boy was like, "Bro, you gotta stop pacing." I was like, "Shut up, leave me alone. I'm ready to go." It's not even like nervous. It's like the type of person I'm in, I'm on go, bro. Like that's like my alter ego. When I'm on that stage, I'm ready to hit that stage. That whole different type of feeling, and then do it for one of your biggest artists. That was a big inspiration for you. That just speaks volumes. And then, like I'm saying, like I didn't prep for this. I ain't really like say, hey, I'm performing for Curren$y next month. The opportunity fell in my lap, and it's just like, hell no, I ain't gonna miss this opportunity. You gotta make them shots you make. You know what I mean? So it's just like practicing every day, just getting ready for the show, being there, making those connections, seeing people that you ain't seen in a while, to seeing you on this big stage. You ain't know you was gonna be on that big stage, and like really tapping into the music and the how the feeling was reciprocated for the people in the crowd, and like really having the people tune in, and especially with the song Raising the DMV, they loved it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even tapping in, making those connections. Me and Monster Beats, Gene, shout out to Gene LaFleur. Like, we might have some stuff on the way. I ain't gonna say too much, but making those you gonna make them connections, bro. Like, they see you really putting your faith forward and really believing in your craft, and it's just that's that feeling. You leave it all on the stage, bro. Like, yeah, it's just a wonderful feeling meeting one of my favorite artists and saying I opened up. I had dreams about shit like this, and I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that was a wonderful feeling. And shout out to Gold Coast. Shout out to, Nature Boy. Shout out to everybody that was a part of that. It was a great show, man. No requests, you know what I'm saying? The DJ. Uh, bro, it was wonderful feeling, bro. Even after, I just feel so fulfilled. You know what I mean? It just made me want to chase it. Made me even more hungry. You know what I'm saying? So that feeling like that, it's like this shit is tangible. It's right here, nigga. Like, get it.
Yeah, literally, it's literally right there, bro.
Hmm.
I want to ask. Um, so you say you got music, right? You know,
Hmm.
yeah. When am I gonna get the hey, here you go, bro. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? When am I gonna get the, you know what I'm saying?
Exclusive, the
Hey, hey,
exclusive,
hey, hey,
exclusive.
hey, don't share this. You know what I'm saying? I signed
Yeah.
NDAs, brother. I'll just
Yeah,
let you
yeah,
know.
I got you, man. I got a lot of shit for you to listen to, bro. Especially if I know the vibes you like Quadrant. Just yeah, don't share with nobody though. That's
Hey, bro,
alone. You know what I'm
listen,
saying,
hey,
bro?
listen, brother. The only people that's gonna know is me and whenever I'm on the boat. Whoever's on the boat, they gonna know too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Whoever's on the boat, because what you make yacht boat luxury rap music
Oh
that you
yeah,
know what
I
I'm
like
saying.
that.
Like,
I
you know what I'm
like
saying,
that.
like
That
while you're cruising.
exquisite music, the pinky up type shit.
Exactly,
You know what
man.
I'm
Music
saying?
that you want to play while you on a nice little yacht cruise, while you
Yeah, yeah.
when you
I like
have
to paint a picture, man. I like to paint a picture, bro. I love that. Yeah, yeah, for sure. So that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good vibes. I want people to be able to vibe. That's why what's important to me is longevity, bro. I
Yes.
ain't here for just a second. I'm trying, be here for a while. So it's like I'm trying to find that pocket where I can make that music like that. That's gonna stick. It's gonna stick. That's just a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that.
Which pathway would you rather have, for real, for real? Like, would you rather have the Drake path, the currency path, because you know what that's
Hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying, like whenever I say that Drake is mega star, can't go nowhere, people know him everywhere, right? Currency is famous enough for him to be recognized, but you know what I'm saying, he can also be out and about and be able to chill and you know what I'm saying, on the rig. He can be with his
That's
son
all.
somewhere
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
can be cool.
that's always gonna be my path. That's no question. Cause like you
Right.
could be that mega star, but like
Mm-hmm.
if I have that core fan base that's gonna pop out whenever I want to pop out, that I can be here, I can travel across the country, I still got that core fan base that's gonna buy the merch, that's gonna support me when I need them to support me. Cause like I said, I mean, I ain't said it yet, but this music is like therapy. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's not only, it's a passion of mine, but it's like therapy. So it's just like I don't think I've ever stopped making music. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I have a core fan base that's gonna support me every time I drop, I ain't never seen somebody drop as much as Currency the way he be dropping albums. Like
Whew.
I want to be on that type of time where I'm like, this is the cook up session. If I just want to duck off for a little bit, I can duck off. When I pop out, you know what time it is. Boom. Like I don't really gotta be that mega star. Like even when it comes to songwriting, when it comes to behind the scene, when it comes to creative directing, like I want to be that person, like behind the scenes, but also in front. You know what I'm saying? But not. I don't gotta be the mega star, but I really want to be able to still enjoy my life and be able to spend time with friends, family. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm a family guy. I like to see things. I don't want to be gone away 9 months out of the year. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to spend some time, but still do my own. This is my lair. This is my studio. This is where I am. I'm gonna put that shit out. Y'all gonna enjoy it. And then I'm Batman. You ain't gonna see me until you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I wanna be, but I wanna be incognito when I wanna be, and I wanna pop out when I wanna pop out. You know what I'm saying? So and control the
Absolutely.
narrative. I don't, I
Control
don't
the
want
narrative.
I don't when you get to that mega star, it's a lot of like weird shit going on. You know what I'm saying? You seen it. I don't gotta talk about it, but
Yeah, yeah.
I want to be authentic still, bro. Don't take that shit away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to still be
Wait. Hold
authentic.
on. You said something right there though, bro. Real quick.
What?
What's harder, staying authentic or staying mentally strong while being authentic?
Mm, I mean, I would say just staying authentic, bro. But I know it's a lot of forces. There's gonna be, especially when you get to a certain tier as an artist, there's gonna be a lot of people in your ear to try to. You don't want to be the asshole, but you still gotta stay rooted and grounded in what you know. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and like I'm saying, like I'm not a people pleaser, but I want to make sure whoever's on my team, we ain't bumping heads too much. We ain't doing too much. I think I'm a fair person, you know what I'm saying? But at the
Right.
end of the day, I don't want to lose myself in whatever's going on because I know who I am. I ain't gonna lose myself in this shit. But I'm trying to like stay focused on what I know, what I've known. So
For sure.
yeah, I would say just staying authentic, man. Just staying authentic because that's what's gonna make you stick out the most. It's a lot of people that's lost their identity, don't know who they want to be. You know what I'm saying? And they get lost in, the wave. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they want to be, and it's like I want to be rooted. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what I want to do, and staying passionate, staying authentic.
Amen.
Amen.
I want to. Oh wait. I gotta ask this before I get into these other two other questions. All right. Best mumbo sauce in the DMV. Where is it at?
Ah,
Where is it at? I've gotten different
mm.
answers while on here, so go
Well,
ahead and
growing
get
up, I
yours.
used to love Kenny's. Kenny's was my spot for mumble stars. You know, uh, Kenny's growing up in PG County, and then like now I say from DC side, I would say Yums. But it's a lot of food mumble sauce out there. You gotta find the right one, but that was my top two. Kenny's is what I grew up
Minis
on though. Kenny's
and yums. All right.
and
So shall it be.
Yums.
So shall it
Yes,
be. So
sir.
shall it be. So when you want me to come through, do the interview for the album, dog. For the next one, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Because
man, come on, dog. We locked in. I could drop an album tomorrow if I wanted to, but nah, I'm gonna call you. We gonna have to get. I'm gonna send you some exclusive shit that we need to vibe to. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely got another project I'm going to drop before the year out for sure, maybe two. But I got some couple singles I'm working on too. But in the meantime, Carry On is out. That's
yes,
one of
sir.
my favorite albums right now. Shout out to Ron Fam. Shout out my CEO Moy. You know what I'm saying? We just been putting in work this year, man. And it's like really coming to fruition. And it's like the sound that speaks for itself. The album's really sample based, it's really giving that hip hop vibe.
Yeah.
But I love just locking into like one or two producers. One, it gives you a different feel for album versus like pulling from different things and like trying to just consolidate a bunch of songs you recorded. Like this feels like a real project. So that's what I was really trying to push. You know what I'm saying? So, and
Yeah.
this is one of the key items. So I gotta grab that. I gotta make sure this is in it.
Yeah. Let me see.
Everybody always asks. I even had this bitch on stage with me. They be like, damn, bro, what is that? This is
Ooh.
my signature. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always
Yeah.
asks, nigga, what you got in this briefcase? I can't show you what I got in the briefcase though, but this represents Carry On, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
cause I got people that never left the DMV. I know people
Right.
that. So this is what Carry On is about. It's just like seeing the world. The DMV is gonna be here. Our culture is gonna be here. But it's like we gotta spread our light to where we need to be. And it's just like encouraging people to like be more culture, see the world, have more experiences, and come back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why the whole show that I had March 16th is the homecoming. We back. We travel the world. We
Yeah.
back. We back to what we know. We rooted. We culture. We coming back. But it's just like sometimes it can get a little unchy out here, bro. You gotta be able to
Yeah.
like free your mind, let go of certain things, get out of certain mindset because it's a whole world out here, bro. It's more than just the DMV, but the DMV is everything at the same time. So it's like that
Mhm.
balance again.
Hey,
So
you got
yeah,
that
that's my whole
balance.
mindset for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, for sure. But
Man, I
yeah,
want. I
man.
want. Go ahead, my bad.
Nah, I was gonna say like with the briefcase and shit, it just represents like traveling light. And
Yeah.
I feel like we hold a lot of baggage on ourselves, when not physically and mentally. You know what I'm saying? Just letting go and just trusting yourself, trusting God, trusting whoever you believe in, and just really tapping into yourself. So,
What was your favorite song to record, and your favorite versus your favorite studio session?
favorites from this album or just in general?
Yeah, from this album.
My favorite song to record was probably Quadrant because it's funny you said that about Quadrant
It's my favorite one.
because that's what really initiated the album with me and Ron Fam. He sent me that beat. I think I sent it back to him in like an hour or two. He was like, nigga, what? That beat just got me so in tune. I was like, what? I just spazzed, bro. And
Yeah.
then that gave me the whole idea of Carry On because each verse is a different place I visited. The quadrants of which you visit. I'm like, one part was about Richmond, VA, and the other place I visited, the second verse is when I went to New Orleans for the first time. And it's like, back double backing on opening up for Currency, like going to New Orleans. They represent New Orleans, but
Absolutely.
it's just saying that you get love from some places you go, and might not know that if you don't go there. So that's what came up with the whole concept. Carry on, seeing the world, and like really bringing your talent somewhere else. Um, because people gonna love you more when people love you at other cities. Yeah, that's just what it
It's
is,
just
bro. Like
really,
people will watch me. They know who I am. They know my music. They see me grinding, bro. But once I blow up, watch when I blow up on the West Coast. Watch when I blow up New Orleans. Watch when I blow up there. They can be like, "Oh, KJ, oh." That's just how it goes out here, bro. It's
yeah.
just, and it is what it is, bro. You just keep grinding, stay 10 toes, and keep pushing that shit,
Yes,
you know. And because, like I said, you gotta carry on, bro. Because you keep thinking about this shit, and wow, why people ain't gravitate? Why ain't people ain't support me like I want them to? You gonna lose every time, bro. You can't. You just gotta keep put your faith first, and keep pushing your craft.
man. Put your faith
For
first and keep
sure.
pushing your craft.
No, for sure.
That's what's going. Hey, and that's a bar now.
Might
There
turn
you
that to
know.
a song. You
Turn
know what
that.
I'm saying?
Shoot. I'm about to put that. That's gonna be a quote at the bottom of this when I upload this.
Nah, for sure.
um,
Yeah.
I want to get into the goal of the show, the reason why we do
Uh
this, and that is
huh.
charity,
Yes,
philanthropy.
sir.
Um, my bad. I'm sorry. I literally
No,
just
you
drew
good.
a whole blank real fast because of the fact that I was thinking about like, yeah, the quadrants is the where you. I'm like, oh yeah.
See, I be
I
having them
was like,
sneaky bars. I mean, that's what I'm saying. When you
I'm
listen
like,
to it, I'm
yeah,
like,
he
you
really
listen to
did
it
that in real time, you guys. I just caught
in real
something. So
time.
yes, in real time. So it's really solid. Y'all go check this man. Y'all, you know what? Matter of fact, before I get into it, let me go and tell these people this. I saw him perform at Pull Up Cards. A big shout out to the creator of that. It was
Yeah.
awesome, and man, he was just the coolest person in person. Wasn't
Mm.
on no standoffish type of time or anything like that. It was really just all vibes in person. I really appreciated that. I already was rocking to the verse, I was rocking to the performance. I enjoyed it, you know.
Mm.
But then just the actual like in person meeting, man, like it had me after that. It had me really rooting for you. So I
Yeah.
really do want to say, sincerely speaking, from one man to another, but I appreciate you and I enjoy your music. And I am
Thank you,
riding
bro.
down in different places with my windows down, playing your stuff loud.
I
Hey, I respect what you got
appreciate
going
that.
on, my
That's
brother.
love.
So rooting for you.
Thank you, bro. That's love, bro. That's the type of shit that keep me going, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I be trying to stay genuine, bro. People got put on too much pride, put on too much superhero WWE shit, bro. I'm a genuine dude, bro. You come up to me, talk to me, bro. Like, and I try to push that narrative, man. I don't be too big headed and I don't be too arrogant. I'm the man of the people, man. I be trying to connect. That's just what it is. But it's a lot of that you gotta go through. Some people is the polar opposite. So,
You, know, you ain't never
you
lie.
know.
You never lie.
Yeah. Man, I've been
um,
I'm like, damn. I'm like, I respect this man. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You meet him in person, you be like, God damn. I wish I
yeah,
never met him.
right. That's something
Facts.
that's one thing that I've actually had that happen to where I was like, wow, somebody who I truly and honestly, genuinely respect is they really are like that in person.
Yeah.
It took me
Yeah.
it took me having to experience it for me to be like, you know what, I really do value all of the amazing people that I've been able to meet that were like, just in person were just humble, kind, just even
Yeah.
I don't know
For
like,
sure.
oh, they're gonna let you walk all over them type, but also I'm like, no, like,
Yeah.
I genuinely am just a decent person, and that's just like that, and it just comes
This is
off
what
that
it
way,
is. Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
what it is. So
Yeah, man.
That being said, I want to get into the goal of the show, which is philanthropy, garnering support from the audience and putting it towards a charity or nonprofit that you care about. What charity or nonprofit would you like to spotlight today? And why is the cause of the case so important to you?
Can I do more than one?
Yes, you absolutely can. Let's go.
I love Everybody Wins DC. You know, I've donated to them before, but it's like a literacy program for kids and youth. It's more like people in the community, you know, mentorship. You know what I'm saying? Because the youth is the future. So Everybody Wins DC. Make sure y'all check them out. Donate. Check them out the website. Also, another place I've donated before is Martha's Kitchen, and that's for the less fortunate, doing food drives and doing stuff like that in the community. I've connected with them in like Columbia Heights and like a couple areas around here. So donating food can drives and stuff like that. So man, make sure y'all look out for Everybody Wins DC and Martha's Kitchen, man. Those are my two.
For sure.
So,
man, hopefully those who are underneath the sound of our voices now or in the future will in fact, you know, be so inspired by the conversation that they donate, whether it be their time, energy, efforts, some canned goods, or, you know, a monetary donation to those spaces. That's once again, that's Everybody Wins DC and Martha's Kitchen. Dog, thank you so much for your time.
Man, thank you, bro.
Hey, ain't no thing, bro. That's what it's like. I enjoy doing this, like sincerely speaking. Before we close out, we like to leave with words of wisdom for the next generation. So what words of wisdom would you have for someone who is currently at that point where they want to give up on being an artist?
I would say quiet the noise, because we got a lot of stimulus, we got a lot of factors in our life. This life could get crazy sometimes, but it's like, if you don't put yourself first, if you don't, you know, take out the negative thoughts, it's always gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So put your best foot forward and keep that shit going, bro, because you never know what can happen in this life. You know what I'm saying? So stay 10 toes, stay rooted, and keep pushing. Stay consistent. Consistency is the number one thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you could drop off. Like, oh, I want to do it again. Nah, stay consistent. Don't drop off. You know what I'm saying? Times get hard, but if you really love what you do, man, you're going to keep pushing. You're going to stay consistent, for real.
Yes, sir. My brother, I appreciate you again so much for coming through. We speaking nothing but life, peace, and blessings over you and everything that you touch, man.
Yeah, did your phone die? You might owe me a shot. Hold on.
Nah, big dog, I'm right here with it. I'm right here with it.
Yeah, all right. So we gotta call it a truth. We gotta call it a truth.
Hold on, we gotta check on the producer after this one, because you know he might.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, so what's gonna happen is I'm about to close out the show. He's gonna bring you down. Yeah. You can stay after. We can chop it up and
for sure.
Got some things I want to tell. I want to connect. You know what I'm saying? Connect the dots.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go.
I'm ready. For sure. Appreciate you again, brother.
100, bro. Love, bro.
Love, bro. All right. If you don't know, you won't know, you guys. That was KJ in the building, DMV's very own. And I'm honestly, man, let me tell y'all something. KJ, what I respect is that you don't come across like somebody chasing noise. You come across like somebody building with intention, and that always lasts longer. You know, I appreciate you for sitting down and giving people more than just content. It's really felt like perspective. And I honor you, my brother, in your dreams, man. I know you're going to achieve them. With that being said, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Tune in next week where I have another amazing guest. I'm Ezel Moon, and I'm not doing it unless it's fun and it helps people. Peace.